Are you allowed to spray paint a vehicle at home? So, the question pops up, can I spray paint my vehicle at home? Well, first, you need to understand that painting your house and painting your car are entirely different things. While painting a wall at home may require a bit of expertise, spray painting your car requires little or no experience. All you have to do is get your equipment ready and follow the recommendations below. Spraying essentials. First, you will need to check out your schedule and set out time for this task. This is because a paint job takes a considerable amount of time to finish. Next, you may need to find a garage or shed isolated from rain, snow, and direct sunlight. This way, your unfinished paint job is safe. Check out the tools you have. Are they enough to get the task done? Will you need help to get the job done? You should get your tools ready before time. Equipment required for a car spray job are sanding pads, air compressor, newspaper, a power sander, masking tape, face masks, safety glasses most definitely, and paint thinners. Also, consider getting a dust extractor. It will help keep the air free of dust. For a medium or relatively small-sized vehicle, you'll need 2 to 3 gallons of clear coat, a gallon of primer, and 3 gallons of top coat. Bigger vehicles will need approximately 4 gallons of top coat, 3 to 4 gallons of clear coat, and 1.5 gallons of base coat. These quantities are most likely more than enough, but it's way better to have so much than to have so little. Again, if you'd like to repaint your car with its original color, all you have to do is find the color code on the vehicle's compliance plate. It becomes easy then to buy your preferred choice. You can visit an auto paint shop to get your desired paint color. Preparation. Since your tools are now ready, you can prepare your workstation. Take out obstacles, clean the floors, and dust sandy areas. Clear the workspace so you can have an enormous area to work. If you work outside, try rinsing the area with water to reduce the amount of dust. However, do not make the mistake of setting your workspace under a tree. This is because contaminants can easily fall onto the wet paint, spoiling the finish. Also, ensure that your car is clean and free from road grimes and dirt. Next, decide on the areas you'd like to paint. Will these areas add complexity to your project? Will they require some level of expertise? If yes, you might paint those areas. Next step involves stripping the car. Now that your workspace is clean and your tools are ready, you're definitely prepared to work. First things first, take your sanding pads and whirl across the surface of the car. Make sure you use the sanders to remove the base coat, top coat, and clear coat. Once you're done with that, try sanding the entire vehicle back down, extending to the bare metal. Then, try sanding surface as the whole to as shiny and uniform as possible. When you're done sanding, wipe the surface of your car with paint thinners and a clean rag. This way, the car is clean and free of dust. Next, priming. Once you're done stripping, try masking off areas you do not desire to paint. Then, proceed to mix the thinners with the primer. A paint primer is formulated to supply a stable foundation for successive paint layers to lock into. But before you start painting, it is imperative you practice. You can quite easily get a piece of iron or steel, or better still get a damaged vehicle panel from a nearby dumping ground. Try your hands on the spray gun. Try holding the spray gun at about 6 inches from the panel and try spraying in a sideways sweeping motion. However, bear in mind that you only need to use the trigger when you're ready to paint. Holding the trigger down continuously only gives a ceaseless sprinkle of paint, thus making the paint a lot more concentrated in some areas. Now that you have mastered the painting technique, apply the primer to the car's surface. It is recommended moreover that you work your way from the roof down, continually using the primer in paper-thin, uniform coats. You will need 2 to 3 coats to enclose the surface properly. A coat should take approximately 10 minutes to apply to each car panel. However, it would take another 20 minutes to roughly an hour for the primer to properly settle between the coats. Once you're done, you'll notice the primer having a chalky finish, which you may need to smoothen out with 2000 grit wet and dry sandpaper. Wipe the primed exterior with a slightly damp towel or rag. Also, endeavor to clean the spray gun and keep in a safe place. Now the painting process. You've mastered the priming technique and the stripping technique, now, you're ready to do your paint job. Read and follow the paint instructions strictly. Pour out the recommended ratio into a former paint bucket, then try mixing the paint with the thinners. Apply the same spray method to apply a primer for the top coat. This would take you approximately 10 minutes on each panel. Now, before you apply any further coats, make sure you look at the recommendation for a coat's drying time. Remove all contaminants and residue on the surface of your vehicle before applying your coat. Since you're done with that, you can take off all masking tapes and let the clear coat be cured. Be careful, however, to gently take off the masking tape without having it get stuck to the wet paint. Car detailing sprays are an excellent tool for making your car look like it has just been waxed, washed, and polished. There are different types of detailing sprays, depending on what you can afford and the level of shine you want. Thanks for taking out time to watch this video. We believe you have been enlightened. Before you go, kindly subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification icon. That way you're the first to know when we post a new video. Visit our website for more awesome car detailing contents.